Hello. Now we're going to talk about native plants and pollinators. In this photo you see nectar from asters giving monarchs the fuel they need for their fall journeys home. Asters are a very important plant for many species because it provides late in the summer food for them. This is a story, a really tragic story, of a gorgeous orchid found in the Midwest in Canada. It's the Eastern Prairie Fringed Orchid. It emits a jasmine-like fragrance to attract its only pollinator, the hawk moth. The orchid exists in prairie grass, only 1 or 2% of which still exists in the United States. The orchid only lives in small, isolated pockets. It is so rare that hawk moths cannot reliably find it. For more than 30 years, it has been hand-pollinated by volunteers. Now we're going to talk about plants and pollinators and how they work together. It's an essential teamwork, which is why it's so important to take care of both sides of this equation. Native bees are vegetarians, descended from wasps about 125 million years ago, when the first flowering plants evolved. Maryland has about 400 native bee species, more than 150 species of butterflies and skippers, which are very fast-flying butterflies, and more than 450 species of birds have been documented in Maryland. Over half of these have nested in the state. They all need food, water, shelter, and nesting sites. Don't over-tidy in the fall or early spring. Leave the leaves. These leaves are incredibly important as nesting sites for the insects that have overwintered. The ones that you take care of in the summer, you need to protect in the winter. Avoid pesticides, herbicides, and fungicides. They are all deadly for the insects we know and love. An eternal question, what colors do bees and butterflies like? Well, purple and yellow are liked by bees, butterflies, most butterflies, and hummingbirds. But they also like different colors too, and shapes as well. Some like very flat shapes, some like very deep shapes. So you need to grow a variety of all types of native plants and flowers. Bats and moths are other important pollinators who are often overlooked. Growing night-blooming white or pale flowers for them is essential. Some small bats can catch up to 1,000 insects in an hour. Maryland only has insect-catching bats. We don't have any pollinating bats, but they are very important, and they are having troubles, so we need to support them as much as possible. Beetles are also key. They are 40% of all insects and 25% of all animals. If you like trilliums, you have to like ants. They and mice move their seeds around. Finally, plant your flowers in bunches so that bees don't waste energy looking for nectar and pollen. If you wanted to take the family out to a restaurant, you wouldn't want to go to one place, one restaurant for a cup of coffee, and another restaurant for your toast, and another restaurant, and drive 5 more miles for your toast, and then another 10 miles for your eggs. You'd be hungry by the time you got to the last destination. It's the same with bees. You want big bunches of flowers for them. And you don't want to shut down your restaurant early. Keep it open 24/7 from May to November so that they have lots of places to go to get a great hearty meal. A design tip: use odd numbers of plants, such as 3, 5, and odd numbers, 3, 5, or 9. But it's absolutely best to plant in great, glorious bunches of flowers. Also add pollinator gardens to reduce the lawn and to put it to you can use sedges, ferns, grasses, the tall grasses, or native plants. Put in trees, shrubs, and that will be all so much more beneficial for the wildlife around you. Thank you.